Oh boy, it's it's been a long Let's Play, right guys? Let me do this really quick. You give Rance those last couple levels, the 2 that he needs to get through this fight. Something to note, the turn that a commander receives levels, they don't get the health for those levels. So Rance will be a little short on health, but it's not a big deal. You know, you can still heal it back. Here we go. Yeah. We are at the front of Tenma Bridge. Rance and Kou and everybody else, and they are here to enact Plan Z, as it's called. I guess Rance and Kou came up with that, being the masterminds of everything. Firstly, I would like to mention the music that's playing. It is called Sengoku Rance, and while I say it a lot, and I'm going to say it again in about 10 minutes here, it's one of the best tracks in the game. Actually, I won't say that on the next song. I'll have a little different wording. But this song only plays at the intro video of the game, folks, and it's one of the best songs in the game. I really like it a lot, and you know, it's the game's theme. It's the game's theme. You're supposed to get chills when it plays, right? So, that's what's happening. A couple things to explain here in this fight. Firstly, there are 2 parts to the end of the game. You have an army battle, which is very easy. It's amazingly easy. I've never lost it. You won't lose it. You'll see it here. It's very simple. It's just against 6 demon army units, and it's really not hard. It's kind of like the army battle at the beginning of Hanoji. There are a lot of parallels between this series of fights and the fights at Hanoji. Almost identical. This one's just on a higher level. And the other part is, of course, a showdown with Xavier in a commander battle. Now, you select 6 commanders to use against Xavier. Those 6 commanders you can't choose for the army battle. But the 6 commanders you choose for the army battle will aid you against Xavier. They just can't be there at the beginning. Obviously, the same rules apply that applied at Hanoji. You need Rance present to damage Xavier. This time you're also given Kentarou. So, you've got a little bit of a benefit. You know, you've got more going for you, I guess. My Kentarou is a lot lower level than Rance, but you can very easily get them to the same level if you try. So, yeah. But that's what's going on here. We're going to fight the last remaining Demon Army troops and Xavier on the Tenma Bridge. That's where he's at. They've been driven off the mainland, so that's how it goes. Yeah. And here you go. This is where you've got to choose who you're deploying against Xavier. It tells you need to include Rance and Kentarou, which is true. You have to have them both present. Rance, you're going to want to put them in the front, probably. I mean, your strongest guys... Rance is my strongest guy. He's got to go up front, you know? He's going to be doing all the damage. He's got to be there. So, that's why I'm putting him where I am. Xavier has 2 attacks. They shouldn't really be surprising or anything new, you know. He has the AoE, and he has his regular thing, his single target attack, which Rance should be able to survive at this point. Xavier is level 98, I think. And I've got to choose some more people here, I've been thinking. I guess Suzume can go, and Kentarou will go up front as well, wherever the hell he's at. You can deploy Kentarou or Rance in the back as well, if you feel comfortable with that. Obviously, they're going to be immune to Xavier's single-targeting attacks if you do that. So, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. But I don't care if Kentarou dies, you know? Him dying from the front row is the same to me as him sitting in the back row, because at least if Kentarou's in the front, he can do some damage, you know? And this fight here is against the, you know, the Demon Army itself, and it's really easy, like I've said, so you can field whoever you want. I've got some good units at this point. I always like to send Kou for this because, you know, it's appropriate for her to have a serious role, I think, and the ending of the game, and that's what she's doing here, because she's not a good commander, you know. She's just not. Cute as she is. Oh, we're starting out the finale with a bongo drum attack. Fantastic. This will be the last time you see them in the playthrough. Any of these units, actually, will be the last time you see them. That's a given, though. I hate the bongo drums, and if I can have it my way, you won't see it attack again. So, finish this guy off real quick. Senime's a boss. Yeah. And I'll just guard with Koime, you know. Like I said, this battle, it's really obvious what's going on here, and it doesn't need an explanation. I've never lost it. I guess if Koime's unit was annihilated here, it'd probably be a game over, but I don't actually know. That's never happened to me. It's never been pushed to that point, so... I mean, these enemy unit sizes aren't even really that troublesome. You're going to be able to handle it without any issues. So, you know. At least you've got some good music while it takes place, right? And, you do. And also, like I said, these units that I've fielded here will be able to fight against Xavier, which is good. Because Son, Sagan, Maria, Senime, they're all excellent. Well, Senime is an excellent unit to use against Xavier if you've got her at a higher enough level. Her level cap is 65, I believe, and I didn't get her that high, but if you do, she's excellent. So, Sagan will finish it off for me. All of the commanders have a unique dialogue against Xavier when you're fighting him, and in this fight. I've neglected to let them sit long enough for you to read them in this fight, but when against Xavier, I'll let them sit, so you can see what they have to say. I like seeing those. They're interesting to me. You know, everybody's got their own reason for fighting Xavier, basically. And you should know what those are, what those reasons are. Some are like Senime, where she just wants a good opponent. Some are like Son, where, you know, and Koime, where they kind of owe the guy some revenge. So, that's what's going on there. And I chose to field a tactician against Xavier as well, because having those little boosts on your units at the beginning is extremely helpful. And I chose Sanada for that because he's actually good at attacking. I is not. So that's why she didn't get, you know, hired for that role, I guess. But yeah, these guys snuck past the Demon Army units. So you can kind of see it as these guys all going through the army while Koime and the rest of the soldiers actually did battle. And then they meet up with these guys while they're fighting Xavier, you know, after the battle's taking place. That's how I see it. This is, I guess, Ichiji. He's gotten really huge, and it's kind of an issue. So the people have to solve the situation. And it's a joint effort, I suppose. Rance doesn't really do anything. He makes Kentarou go up and, I think he tickles him. He tickles Ishiji. And makes him shrink, you know. He laughs from the tickling, and he shrinks. Then 3G, gifted with flight, picks Ishiji GG up and flies him back to the Cursed Altar, or wherever the hell they seal him at. Yeah, I forgot to mention throughout all of these parts that 3G can fly. So now you know. Now you know that 3G can fly. But yeah, Rance doesn't want to touch this disgusting animal. I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. I would make the demon do it. I would make Kentarou do it because I dislike Kentarou. And so Kentarou does. He tickles the forbidden yokai. And kind of actually, between him and 3G, they solved this issue. You know, I wouldn't want to, you know, discredit all the troops and everything that fought the demon army away so they could get there. But 3G helps out a little bit, you know. I don't see Miki and Edge anywhere. I don't think they're present for this. But 3G carries Ichiji away, and Kentarou made him shrink. So they played an instrumental role in stopping the forbidden yokai from sinking Japan. Thank God, right? Ah, yes. So that's how that goes. Oh, well, I guess reading the text there, 3G actually calls a crow taxi, and he gets picked up by a bunch of crows and flown away. So he's not present for Xavier's death. He's dealing with the yokai. Somewhere. I don't know. I don't know why the fuck he's getting picked up by crows, you guys, but it's fitting given 3G's character. And, you know, the situation's overall humorous here, but, it is convenient, Kentarou. Is there water around here? Did he really ask that? He does understand what a bridge is, right? He understands that he's on a bridge. You know, what do bridges do? They cross water. But, even at the climax of the game, Kentarou's not a smart guy. The best track in the game kicks in now, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Hope you enjoy the fight. If you need any help, let me know.
But I won't. I'll be talking to you right now. You can ignore my past self. I decided I'd comment for this battle and upload a clean version. What you're watching now is obviously the video with the commentary. This is the final battle, guys and girls. What you need to know is that there is a monkey. That monkey on Nobunaga's shoulder. That little fucker who is the result. Who is the problem for all the problems in this game. It's his fault. And he's what you want to kill first in this battle. He's weak. He's like level 40. That doesn't matter anyway. But that monkey will eat your guard Shikagamis, and he will consume your action flags. You don't want to deal with that. So kill him first. Do it right away. He's not hard. Don't let him attack once. You can see here my most powerful unit is Kenshin and then Rance, obviously. Their bodyguard is irrelevant. Kill him when you've got a free move. Or he'll eat your guard Shiki as well. The whole strategy here is to use, you know, Rance, your best unit, throw him in the front, give him guard Shikis. That's what I did. I have 2 diviners, so it's kind of risky. And I didn't deploy Notori, so there's an automatic chance for failure. Nobunaga has 2 attacks, the area of effect and the single target. If he spams the area of effect attack, you can't defend against that. Your units are all going to die way too fast, and you can't handle it. I get really lucky in this fight, and he uses lots of single targets on Rance, while Rance has a guard Shiki up. You will not experience that same luck, I promise you. But, that's what's going on. And I deployed Ando because he has a speed boost. Anyway, this fight's really easy, and you want to kill this douchebag for causing all these problems throughout Japan, ruining Koime's life, making Rance kind of more cool, making Kentarou a demon. Okay, some good things happen, but it's mostly bad, and you want to kill him because of that. He's slow. He hits really hard. You can see he nearly one-shot Kenshin. Rance would be able to survive a hit like that. Rance innately has more HP than everybody else. I don't know why. Well, that's what you're seeing right here, is Demon Nobunaga. Basically, he's a lot easier because he's slow. He's a lot slower than Rengoku. And all of your commanders should be able to cycle through an action before he gets another go. So, yeah. You need guard Shikagamis, folks. Or you need an extremely high-level Rance and Kentarou combo. I went with the guard Shikis and an average Rance, basically. Yeah, so that's what's happening. Sanada doesn't have anything interesting to say in particular. He's kind of boring. But I get very lucky with the switch-ups here in this fight. When I switch out Kenshin, I get Sagan just in time to convert one of Rance's actions. When I switch out a back row unit, I'm given Kento. So that way Suzume can blow her last flag on attack, and Kento can become the new, I guess, switcher lady thing, you know? Because she's so fast, she can pull people out, and that's what I wanted. It worked out really well for me. And it's fitting for Sagan to be in the final fight, you know? Sagan is a fucking enemy of the demon. He wants to kill Xavier, and that's what's happening. I got all the best shit for this fight, guys. I was really happy about it. When Xavier single attacks Rance or Kentarou, he gives one of those statements. And, well, there you go. Then Layla goes in, and it's a really good turn on. I'm very happy with it. And fucking Niwa, of all people, needs to get in there. I fight for Oda. Like he's gonna do anything. He is a horrible unit in all fields. And he shows up several times here. I don't know why. It's just annoying. So I switched him out, you know? I didn't want to keep him. He's not helpful. Here I got a little antsy, and I just flew. I threw everything, you know? As fast as I could, I threw out all my big hits. Son, I just waste all of his flags in one go because I was so sure I was going to win. I was shocked that Son's attack did that little damage. I was really taken aback in real life. But, I still wasn't going to lose. I only lose Kentarou and Sagan in this fight as well. But, coming to the end of this fight here. I saved the final blow for Rance, you can believe that, and I'm sure you can see why, because it's so fitting and so awesome. But, this music and this whole scene is just, it's awesome. I love the way it comes together like this. It gives me chills and it makes me happy every time I hear it and play this. You know, it's just a very good feeling, so. There you have it. Defeated Xavier and saved all of Japan from his grasp. I don't know if you'd want to call it that, though. I would like to point out that this scene here, Tokichiro lives. He's not killed. The monkey responsible for the demon's resurrection lives on. And I'd also like to point out that while Tokichiro wasn't possessed himself, he never at any time tried to oppose Xavier. He never at any time tried to help anybody. And he was entirely responsible for releasing Xavier from the gourd in the first place, which is very important and very worth noting. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I'm going to let this scene play out here on its own, and I'll talk to you guys again while the credits roll. So I'll see you there. And here you're given the credits. You have the option to watch these if you want. I think I'm going to let them play out here. While I talk about a few things. This game was one of the first games in years that had a single player experience I actually truly enjoyed. Recently, games that have been coming out that, you know, have had single player stories are kind of lackluster for me. I mean, they're not really immersive or anything. I guess this game's not super immersive, but it's the only VN I've ever played that had a redeemable, you know, I guess gameplay aspect to it. So I appreciate it a lot for that, and yeah.
I found it on Hongfire, actually, and numerous 4chan threads. So, well, the 4chan threads were what hinted me to the game, and I'm pretty happy that I ran past those. So that's cool. Actually, about a year ago at this time is when I had first beaten it, and first found it and played it. It was in spring, which is an excellent time for that, I think. I tried my best in True Route to keep everything, the way it's supposed to be. I've mentioned that throughout the playthrough, and I think at the end I can say that I have. I picked the right reinforcements. I had the right units. All of those things. And this is just the beginning of what I plan on doing with the game. At least not as far as YouTube's concerned. This playthrough of True Route was only the first bit. So, you'll see more from me, definitely. Aside from just this Let's Play. And, yeah. I don't think too many of my friends have watched it, but to those that didn't discourage me from creating this, I appreciate it. You know who you are. And those who did discourage me won't be watching it anyway. So, that's how that is. We're not done either. We've got a little bit of foreshadowing at another game here to go through. And, yeah. Some of the prettiest CG in the game is here as well. Rance is sharing some sake with Koime. Some celebratory drink. Yeah. Kentarou and Miki, I think that they leave. They go on to another journey. They do other things. We'll see them again, I'm sure, at some point. I have no idea where or when, but I mean, Little Princess is a bit too big of a plot point to leave out of another Rance game, you know? We may be killing her in another Rance game, so that's important. Though, I have to admit, by this point, I hope that we don't. Yeah. So just sit back and enjoy this. I'll talk about whatever I feel like. I really look forward to the CG though. Seeing it. You only ever see it at the end of True Route. So, that's something unique I'd like to point out as well. Every route has its own CG. I won't spoil what the CG depicts. Unless I already have. I think I might have for Isoroku's route. Well, I won't spoil it here. But, you know. Kentarou and Miki head out, doing their own thing. And I don't think Rance heads out at the end of this game, at the end of this either, but Suzume does go with him. She agrees to head out with Rance. I didn't get her character clear, but it's all good. Those things are a little less important than this, I would say. But at the end of Suzume's character clear, she says that she'd like to spend her days with Rance. He makes her really happy. She may be in love with Rance, so that's how that works. Koime is probably not in love with Rance, but she definitely loves him. And this is the CG. You know, Syl's a part of it too, though she's not looking at the moon. I guess they didn't turn her around to do that. Yeah. But this is a really gorgeous CG. Kou and Rance bond a bit here, and like I said, they don't really heavily foreshadow another game. It's not like fucking, I don't know, anything that's come out in the past 30 years where they throw this stupid bullshit at the end which ruins it, you know. God. It's not like that. They just kind of hint at it, you know, previously. I mean, obviously Rance isn't going to leave Syl frozen, so it was kind of Elisoft's duty to make another game, you know. And I've hinted at things going on with Rance Quest as the next game is going to be titled throughout the Let's Play. If you're watching this after it's been released, hopefully I haven't misled you too much, or other people. But I am really happy with what I've seen, and to bring Suzume, Kenshin, Koime, all from Sengoku Rance and put them in Rance Quest makes me very happy. So, I guess Kou kind of explains her intentions here, that Rance is just her new brother, you know? But Rance still doesn't see it that way, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Of course, Rance leaves Syl here, you know, he can't really bring her with. But, you know. He heard some rumors that some tribe or whatever can defrost Syl, basically. And that's what he's gonna head out to do, with Suzume. I'm not sure how Koime falls into this, but we'll see. Rance doesn't lie. Actually, he doesn't lie very often, but he does lie. Oh well, and also this is one of the only times that it actually shows Koime's inner thoughts toward other characters. So, you know, in the ending there. I don't think that Finn is edited at all either by Yandere Translations. It's probably there in the Japanese version of the game. So, I'll see you guys again in Yamamoto's playthrough. Mrs. 56.